BluMetric is mission-ready water. BluMetric provides a full range of environmental consulting services supported by bespoke engineering solutions for emergency, self-contained, and permanent water systems, and is always mission-ready with a full range of in-house support. There is no successful mission without water.
Welcome back to DefSec 2025. I'm Hannah DeGeer with BluMetric, and I'm joined today with Gagnon. Gagnon, am I saying that right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. VP of Innovation and Research at Dalhousie University. Graham, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today. Thank you for stopping by. Can you give us a little bit of an introduction of yourself and the innovation and research area at Dalhousie?
Sure, happy to. So, as you said, my name is Graham Gagnon. I'm first and foremost a professor in engineering and worked at Dal for over 25 years. My administrative role at the University of VP Research and Innovation is really to work with researchers across our portfolio and inspire them to drive research to Canadians. Obviously, here at DevSec, a big commitment for Dalhousie, being in Canada's naval backyard, is to ensure that whatever research questions, innovation questions we can do to support the sector, our researchers are prepared and available to support that community.
That's excellent. So at an event like DefSec and being present here from your position with the university, how are you finding the collaboration with the companies in academia and the projects that are brought forth for you guys to work on and help develop solutions for?
Sure. I mean, we've worked with Department of National Defense, with DRDC, and the sort of supply chain for decades. Some of their needs have been, because we sit on Canada's ocean playground, not surprising, we would find ourselves oriented to naval research questions. Naval research questions relate to things like human factors, understanding how, in the Faculty of Health, some of our researchers want to look at how members of the military will work under pressure. We also look at developing technologies. So we have an additive manufacturing lab that works closely with defense contractors to develop technology for submarines, for ships, and other parts that are going under other vessels that are going underwater.
Absolutely. So how are you communicating with the people who need the solutions in industry? Are they the primes? Are they the sort of suppliers, like, hey, what's next, what's coming? Who are you engaging with to find those projects to work on, and for your faculty to do research on to propel these solutions and innovations forward?
Yeah, it's a great question. So really, I would say it's the ecosystem. So we have projects supported by the primes. Certainly Babcock, Thales, Calian have all sponsored work at Dal, and we're very proud to support them. Our students, not surprisingly, get work with many of those companies. But also, we have a very rich ecosystem. Cove, as you know, is a very important player in Nova Scotia. We also have the Creative Destruction Lab that supports innovation and startup companies. So we work with the entire spectrum.
Amazing. And has the research and innovation pillar at Dal, has that been around for quite some time, or how long has that sort of existed?
Yeah, so Dalhousie is a part of what is called the U15, or the 15 most research-intensive universities in Canada, and we've been a proud research commitment for decades, if not centuries. Advancing research in medicine, science has been fundamental to Dalhousie's core.
And in terms of the Canadian military and the armed forces, what does the strategic direction look like for you engaging on defense priorities? Are you doing sort of that basic research for the sake of research, or are you really understanding what the CAF's problems are and communicating that with the primes, or are they sort of communicating it with you? Like, how does that look?
That's a really great question. It's a bit of both. There's a bit of do you have this capability to do this work? And it's a bit of, wow, I didn't know Dal could do that. Okay. Could you now do this other thing for us? And so we have a pretty fertile ecosystem. And because Halifax is a relatively small place in the world, DRDC knows our team, D&D knows our team, as well as the contractors. And so it's very easy for us to imagine how a contract gets started.
Okay.
And I would say some of the areas that we are exploring, one of the ideations that we have is we really see the need to have a secure research facility that is both sovereign in its physical structure and sovereign in its digital structure.
Absolutely.
Some of the work right now, like any other university, we have labs that are dispersed, but are in public places.
Yes.
Canadian universities have a commitment to ensure that the public can access its buildings and but this is sometimes counterintuitive to developing sovereign technology.
Absolutely.
And so we are aspiring to work with organizations that want to have a sovereign physical place where we can conduct additive manufacturing, where we can develop new technologies in partnership with primes and innovators, as well as DRDC scientists, so that we can have a safe space, manage our data in a shared way, and ensure that innovators can bring solutions to CAF and D&D.
I love that. So is that something sort of, would you say, unique to Dal, or is that something that you're seeing across all U15 universities? Like, what does that narrative look like?
Yeah, I think many U15 would want a parallel type of system. What makes Dal particularly unique, of course, is that the Irving shipyard is right here, and so we know that we have a construction workforce, we have a supply chain that is able to work already and develop such a structure, as well as the innovators.
Yes.
NATO Diana being here, Cove being here, we have a very fertile innovation space that we want to support, and that would not necessarily be true across our country.
Absolutely. It's a lot of heavy lifting in a small little area.
Correct.
Absolutely, for sure. With obviously the marine environment right here at your heels.
Yeah.
What does that collaboration look like with some of those ecosystems like Cove and some of those, the Creative Destruction Lab, like you said? Like, what does that look like? How are you guys integrating with those entities?
Yeah, so Creative Destruction Lab actually is hosted at Dal.
Okay.
Last week we had a CDL event for an innovation challenge. Many of these, because we're a CDL ocean, many of the technologies are dual use.
Yes.
And so many of the companies that would be interested are a part of the defense pipeline.
Yep.
Because they're dual use. And so we see this happen very much in real time. Dal was a founding partner of Cove, and so we launch equipment from Cove, scientific equipment. And so we are very much connected at a very grassroots to this pipeline.
Amazing. That's fantastic. There's been a lot of really good conversations surrounding Cove, NATO Diana, all of those other ecosystems around the area that are helping support innovation, research, homegrown solutions for Canada, for export, commercialization, obviously, long sales cycles in defense. They need to be able to produce dual-use technologies. People need to get paid. People need to be employed. So it's excellent to hear this and get a little bit of more insight on what Dal and your strategic direction is heading towards. And thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Do you have any last thoughts for the audience that you'd like to share?
No, very grateful for this opportunity to talk with you.
Great.
We didn't touch on water, but I have a passion on water as well, and very grateful for the work that you're doing in this sector.
Absolutely, and I mean, it all comes back a lot of the times to those ITBs and how do you partner with those strategic partners to help the primes get what they need for Canadian content value. So Canadian University, one of the oldest in Canada, BluMetric, it's water. Everybody needs water for mission success. So I really look forward to continuing the conversation and seeing where it goes.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
BluMetric is mission-ready water. BluMetric provides a full range of environmental consulting services supported by bespoke engineering solutions for emergency, self-contained, and permanent water systems, and is always mission-ready with a full range of in-house support. There is no successful mission without water.